Do you have a hard time asking for things? I do, but here's what helps me. I always think about every job I've ever had and how I've always had the ability to help somebody if I really wanted to. Here's an example. I got an upgrade to a first class ticket flying from Portugal back to New York City because I simply asked the attendant. And the only reason I asked her is because I noticed she spoke English, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna ask and see what happens. She'll say no for sure, but let's just try. When I tell you homegirl said yes so casually and so fast, I had to ask her again. I said, huh, did you tell me yes? Is that what you said? And she was like, yes, like it was a Tuesday. And then I asked her if it was going to cost extra, and she said, no, it's not going to cost extra. I'm just going to bump you up. And then, of course, I couldn't help myself, and I got all weird and all American, and I was like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That was so kind of you, blah, blah, blah. And she looked at me like I had three heads. And she was probably thinking, wow, this girl does not get out much. The reason why I'm telling this is because it wasn't a surprise to her at all that I've asked for that bump up. And then it got me thinking, am I just not asking for enough things, or am I like, should I just be asking for more? What am I doing wrong here? Because she was not shocked at all. And then one time I got a first class bump up when I was flying from Atlanta because the attendant said I was nice. And I was thinking, I didn't even do anything. I was just chilling. But I guess people were yelling at her. But there was a hurricane. So yes, there was a 6 hour delay. First of all, I don't understand why people yell at attendants. Second of all, why are you yelling at an attendant when there's a hurricane? And the fact that this lady, felt nice enough to give me this first class bump up because everybody was being so mean. I'm like, if you guys want to fly in the hurricane, you go right ahead. But I'm going to sit my black tail right here until they tell us that we can fly again. So anyway, it was 6 hours later and I got to fly out, and no problem for me. But since I've started asking for things, I've gotten free warranty upgrades on my car. I've gotten free hotel credits, all sorts of interesting things. Now, I will admit I do still have trouble asking for things because I don't want to be that customer, and I hate to be a bother. I like to be the person who comes in and I'm chill, because customer service is just hard. A lot of people just give people in customer service a really hard time. They can be super annoying. So I like to be the person who they can just put their mind at ease and they can relax around me. And also, when I do ask for things, most of the time the answer is no, but sometimes you do get a nice perk. But if you're afraid to start asking for things, just remember it doesn't hurt to ask. I mean, they could say no, sure, but as long as you're nice to people and as long as you ask for things within reason, of course, you may just get it.